Hello everyone, my name's Rory Paddock. It's time for today's tips because it is Sunday. Now let's hope we can grab a few winners. Hello everyone, I'm looking a bit like a B-Tech Jack Grealish with hair like this, but anyway. Yesterday, unfortunately, the two horses I gave yesterday over in Ireland and here on UK soil, they were absolutely smashed off the boards. I got giddy. I think one was backed from 14 to 1 into around 6s. The other was backed from 8s down to, I think it was 9 to 2 favourite maybe, or second favourite. Absolutely nowhere, the pair of them. So apologies for that. However, if you did watch, I'm sorry, I keep messing with my hair. It's all over the show. Oh well, it's Sunday, it's fine. However, if you did watch the live stream that I did yesterday, a couple of winners and 33 to 1 place that was as big as 50 to 1. Anyway, I didn't draw a blank at least. If you did watch that stream, fantastic. Obviously, we saw Enable win a final race on UK soil. But without further ado, going for a bit of madness at Musselburgh today. My selections only come at the Scottish venue, but there are quite a few that I like the look of. So, without further ado, let's have a look at them there. Ooh, completely the wrong tab. There we go. Right, so that is York. We need to head over to Musselburgh. The 2:20 race is the first one and is where my nap of the day comes. 7 furlong, Join Racing TV now handicap. It's a Class 5 race. And it is number 3 on the card, Caballero. It has been backed off the boards, this horse. It's a course and distance winner. Really decent form. Not of late, but at this venue. It's as you can see there next to it, it's form figures of, well, it resembles a telephone number, doesn't it? Let's be honest. But Keith Dalgleish has had a couple of winners recently. It was really disappointing at Beverley last time out. I think it finished 12th of 14. However, prior to that, did really well in a York handicap, finished 4th of 12. That was off a mark of 76. Returns to action off a mark of 72. Like I said, 3 of his 4 races has been really disappointing. Finished 10th of 10, 9th of 9, and 12th of 14. So needless to say, you're wondering what on earth I'm doing fancying a horse like this. However, if you just look at its course sort of form, it's won off a mark of 83 here, and it's also placed second. That's in 2 stars at Musselburgh. Clearly handles the course. It's been really, really heavily backed and really heavily supported. I think it was as big as 12 to 1, 14 to 1 when it opened up. Now it's 6 to 1. The money's down, and for me, that's the reason it's the nap of the day. Loves it round here at Musselburgh, and has an absolutely fantastic chance. Number 3 in the 2:20, that is Caballero. The next horse I like the look of, well, there's actually 2 I like in the next race. Again, not something I tend to do. I don't like the idea of giving more than 1 horse in a race, unless it's perhaps a major sort of cavalry charge handicap, you know, like the likes of the Cambridgeshire and stuff like that, or the Air Gold Cup, or something of that ilk. But there is only I think it's 14 horses here. But when I looked at the race, one really jumped out at me. But then as I delved into it more, I couldn't ignore another horse as well. First one I like the look of is number 11, Northern Society, trained again by Keith Dalgleish. We've already touched upon the fact that the yard are going well of late. However, again, another horse that, you know what, it was 5th of 9 here last time out. That was over course and distance. But I think it's just on a really attractive handicap mark now. Again, it's won off a mark of 57. It's £7 lower than that. That was when last time it won was over course and distance. Will handle the ground, handle the conditions. Has a decent enough draw in stall 6. And I think at around 11 to 1, I think that's perhaps a little bit overpriced, a little bit generous. Don't necessarily think it's going to be the nailed-on winner, but 11 to 1 for a place, decent bit of profit, decent return. The other one the other one in the race is another fellow course and distance winner. Saying that though, I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 course and distance winners. But it's the top weight and it's the Defiant, trained by Paul Midgley. He's placed twice in his last 2 starts. The yard perhaps aren't at the best of form, but they have had a winner in the last 2 weeks. And now it's dropped into Class 6 company. You've seen a vast improvement in terms of the sort of performances, really, that's the word I'm looking for. Again, last time it was here in Class 6 company, finished 3rd. That was 2 starts back behind the likes of Economic Crisis. That was off £1 higher. Perhaps it would have been better to see it dropped a little bit more. The handicap marks in regards to its last victory, it's one off a mark of 62. That was at Thirsk back in June last year. Yes, it's below its last winning mark. But again, another horse that has really decent form here at Musselburgh. A win and a place in 4 starts over course and distance. And again, demands a ton of respect. Perhaps 3 to 1 is a little bit short now. But if I had to put my money on the line and in regards to finding the winner of the race, I'd probably say the Defiant is the more likely winner. However, Northern Society, for those that are looking for a bit of each way value, at 11 to 1, I can't really look past that either. Again, sticking with Musselburgh because that's where all the selections are. We have to wait a little while. 2 races later in the 4 o'clock. Sorry, my voice is going today. Bear me a moment. And it's another course victor in the form of number 5, Sue Frontier. Finished 4th last time out. That was... If I bring up all the information here. That was here at Musselburgh in a Class 5 contest. Now drops into Class 6, which I think is going to be a massive plus. Hasn't won over this far, but showed much more improvement under Harrison Shaw when it was last seen. Only raced twice this year. Not this year, this term. Has improved with each run. And I just think, again, I know I'm going to sound like a broken record, but it's another horse that is carrying weight less than its last winning mark and has a really good record round here at Musselburgh. It's 1 win from 2 starts. Showed more last time out. Dropping weight, less weight on his back. Only a 5-year-old, so could have a little bit more improvement. And that's Sue Frontier. Currently priced at around 4 to 1. That is in the 4 o'clock. And last but not least, we have to wait till the final race, the 5:30, where it is number 7, Despoina, that gets the nod. Brian Ellison has his horses going pretty well. This race, to some, perhaps seems a little bit out of his depth, especially for a horse that's not won in 4 starts. But again, showed much more improvement. Went 4th at Beverley last time. Was 4th of 11. I'll be honest, this looks a tough race to call. The horse is up against more seasoned candidates. You know what? Breathe. Stop. Talk properly, Rory. The horse is obviously up against more seasoned handicappers and horses with more experience. However, the fact that he's only had 4 starts is potentially a positive. It has room to grow, it has room to progress, unlike a lot of its rivals. I'd probably say the one that jumps out in terms of a danger would be stablemate Merry Court, number 3 on the card. No, not stablemate at all. Jeez. I need to wake up, I need my coffee. Would be the Ian Jardine trained Merry Court. But Despoina at 14 to 1, I think that's probably a bit too big. The horse could be anything really. Seems to be improving with each run. Whether or not he's up to this level or this standard, I don't know. Only time will tell. But it's one of those types that you wouldn't be shocked to see it win and make a massive stride forward in terms of what it's shown so far. Small stakes though, Each way shout, 14-1, Despowina, in the 5:30 at Musselburgh. I apologise for what can only be described as an absolute shocking display of presenting so far this morning. However, hopefully, I can make up for that by having a couple of winners at Musselburgh. Those are my selections, as always. Any likes, shares, comments, retweets, more than appreciated. Pop your comments below who you think is going to win today, any horses you like the look of, whether or not you think I've got it completely wrong with my selections at Musselburgh. Hopefully, unlike yesterday's video, we'll end up with a bit more success. My nap is the one in the 220. Fingers crossed for that one, and as always,